Good evening. It's a pleasure to call this meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen for the City of Natchez to order. I would like to ask everyone, please stand for a word of prayer to be followed by our pledge. Let us pray. Father, we thank you for this evening you've given us. We thank you for the opportunity to come together and discuss items of importance to our city and to our citizens. Father, we do also lift up all of those who are on our hearts this evening and just ask that you would be with our citizens, be with our loved ones, and those who carry heavy hearts, those who are grieving, those who are sick, and those who are in need. Now, everything that we speak tonight, we ask humbly that you would guide our discussions.
Yes, Lord.
That you would be in the midst of our meeting, and that all that we do and say will be spoken in harmony with your will and in harmony with your love. In your precious name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Let us now repeat together our pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We'll ask the clerk to administer the roll call.
Alderwoman Hall.
Here.
Alderman Frazier. Here. Alderwoman Smith. Here. Alderwoman Irving.
Here.
Alderman Davis.
Here.
Alderman Maroney.
Here.
Mr. Mayor, all are present and accounted for.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We will now continue on with our agenda, and we will ask for approval of minutes. Madam Clerk.
Okay, first set of minutes is the July 14th, 2026 regular meeting.
So moved.
A motion made by Alderman Davis to approve. Motion seconded, I think, by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion? We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to the vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Next set is the July 20th, 2026 special called meeting.
It's a pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Second.
Did Alderwoman Hall make the motion?
Okay.
Yes. Seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion? We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Next item is the July 23rd, 2026 special call meeting.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Second.
Made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Next item is the July 28th, 2026 regular meeting.
What's the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Two more to go. July 30th, 2026 special call meeting.
What's the pleasure of the board? Motion made by Alderwoman Smith,
Second.
seconded by Alderman Davis. All discussion. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Final set of minutes is the August 11th, 2026 regular meeting.
What's the
So
pleasure of
moved.
the board?
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
Mayor,
Yes,
I'd
Alderwoman.
like to make a motion that moving forward, we go back to doing our minutes on a timely manner and getting them to the board. These are documents and actions of the board.
All right.
These
A
are
motion.
6 minutes.
A motion has been made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion? We'll call for the question.
Call.
All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Next, we have under welcome visitors, and this is a mistake. Whenever we have Visit Natchez here, it should be under city business because this is a division of the city. And I'm very grateful to see Mr. Lance Harris here as Executive Director for Visit Natchez. He is here also with his assistant, I see.
I brought my first mate right here. Can you say hello to everybody, Rowan?
Hell,
Hi.
Good to see you. All right. Mr. Harris, I guess this is your first real order of business with us as our new executive director.
Indeed.
You are now recognized.
Thank you, and thank you, Mayor and Board of Aldermen. I appreciate y'all letting me take a little bit of your time. It's been a whirlwind 3 weeks so far. We've gotten a lot accomplished in those 3 weeks, including approving the FY 2027 budget for Natchez Convention Promotion Commission. That was just it's hot off the press from yesterday. So you should have it in your packets. What I'm asking today is, my request is that you accept the budget and spread it on the minutes.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall,
Second.
seconded by Alderman Maroney. Discussion. We will call for the question. Well, before we vote, I think we need to go through it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Let's go ahead and have some discussion. I do know that y'all have had a good year budget-wise.
That's correct, yes,
And
sir.
if you would hit the high points in the budget.
Absolutely. So, the fiscal year we're currently in right now is actually looking really good. Of course, we'll close our books out next month. But our numbers are right in line with essentially what we were seeing in 2024, which 2024 was a bumper year for Visit Natchez and these tax revenue collections. We think a couple reasons for 2024, there actually were some spikes throughout the year in both the 1.5% and the 3%. So there's probably somebody paying some back taxes to bring it up. We've not had any spikes in the current fiscal year with that rate. It's just trending upward. So that's great news for us. So we essentially took the 2023 numbers and the 2025 numbers, because those are both higher years, and we think we're going to be moving upwards. And we use that to calculate our proposed revenue income for the next fiscal year. And so just some of the highlights, of course, we predict those numbers to be up. We're spending a little bit more money on our dues, registrations, and subscriptions than the current fiscal year than we're at, and a little bit more in education and training. What I'm really excited about is we put significant increase in dollars in our community outreach programs. So we're looking forward to doing some hospitality training, some interpretive training in the future. Lindsay Smith, who's our director of sales, is getting ready to do the Experience Lab program, and we put in some destination development dollars there for her to expand when she comes back. And also some work at the airport as well too, which we're hoping to hit some highlights of. In addition to that, we are planning on doing some more capital outlay. So what you see at the visitor center, we're actually looking to make some improvements down there as well too, to increase the visitor experience when visitors come to the depot area. Additional highlights would be some sales promo that we're planning on adding more to. Our convention support, we're planning on putting some more dollars in that, about a 25% increase in that funding source as well too, which we're excited and happy to do. Travel is it's a little bit more than what it has been this past year. We're putting a little bit more money in sponsorships and grants as well too, which we're excited about. Of course, we have line items to continue what we do down at the visitor center with our contract labor and everything that goes there, and we appreciate the relationship that we have with the city on that venture. And then one of the big things on our marketing account, one of the ways that we're moving to look for is actually creating an agency of record. And so we're going to kind of move some things around a little bit and have more of a one-stop shop for our PR. We're planning on having an agency of record for our marketing, so kind of a one-stop shop for our public relations, our multimedia aspect of things as well too. So we're looking forward to doing that as well too. And of course, we also continue to run our website and our ticketing platform, Fair Harbor, which many of the partners in town have been utilizing with us, and we're trying to find more partners to utilize that service that we offer to the community. So those would be the quick and dirty highlights, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have as well.
Mr. Mayor?
Alderwoman Smith.
Thank you. Can we get a list, please, of the sponsorships that you all do for events?
Like the current, like what's
Yes.
happened in the past? Absolutely.
Yeah, what that's happened in the past that y'all plan on most likely doing again this year, because I don't, there could be an opportunity for us to lower some of our sponsorships if they're going to y'all and us. I mean, that's double, that y'all are a department of the city.
Yeah.
That's somewhere where we should look at.
Yeah, so the way we do that is on a ask basis. So if you go to the Visit Natchez website and look under resources, there's the page for the marketing assistance grant. And so we encourage all of our tourism partners to look at that and apply for that. So it really is on a basis of those entities applying to us, and then us making a determination on how to fund it and everything. We can certainly share with you what we've done in the past, though, and how that's worked out as well.
Great, that would be great, thank you. Alderwoman Hall?
This is great, outstanding.
Thank you.
Can you expound a little bit on what do you mean about capital outlay at the visitor center?
Yes, so essentially more and better signage. We're looking into potentially having some, either one or two small visitor experiences to add to that space as well too. It's essentially visual upgrades would be the best way to describe it. More images, more pretty pictures, adding some things to the theater space as well too.
Okay, great, thanks.
Thank you. Further discussion or questions?
No.
I want to say I have been attending the meetings. I've been impressed. I've been pleased. I will also share that we had a very good meeting of our tourism partners here, and I think we are now moving in the direction of seeing a Natchez Tourism Association develop that will work in sync with Visit Natchez, all of our lodging partners, our restaurants, our shops, our historic tour operators and others, our park service. Things are going very well.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to a very good year to come, and I appreciate the partnership
Absolutely.
that
Us as
you
well.
come in to provide with the city, Visit Natchez, the city, working together. I will say, the budget, I think we're ready to approve it. The motion has already been made. Do we have any further discussion? We will call the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
Great. Thank you all so much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
We, and I tell you, good help is hard to find. It's good. We now will go to our department directors' reports. Mr. Johnston, you're recognized. Good evening.
I provided a draft report in your packet this past Friday, did have one addition. Glenwood and Rollingwood drainage improvements. Staff is requesting a motion to approve no-cost change order number 3 to incorporate additional federal contract provisions, including Contract Work Hours and Safety Standards Act, and the simplified acquisition threshold to address administrative, contractual, or legal remedies, and wage decision number MS 2026-0071, modification number 2, issued 5/18/26. Pleasure of
So
the board.
moved.
Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion. We will call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item, Mr. Johnson.
Fine Avenue drainage improvements, that's for FY '26 STAG award. Staff is requesting a motion to enter into a professional services contract with the recently procured engineering firm of Wakecaster Duncan to provide the professional services listed above, subject to the review and approval of the EPA District 4 Regional Office. Pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Motion made by
Second.
Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
This is an FYI, Silver Street and Ferry Street landing improvements, 2026 Transportation Alternatives Set Aside Program, TAP funding, MDOT. With the anticipated construction of a new docking facility later this year by American Cruise Lines, discussions have been held to determine ways to improve this multimodal gateway connecting the riverfront to our historic downtown by improving the pedestrian environment, streetscape appearance, lighting, safety, and overall visitor experience. Staff is requesting a motion to work with Wake After Dungan on the preparation of a scope of work and budget for this application, with the understanding that staff will bring the following to the board at the next board meeting, if not sooner. Scope of work and budget. Motion to submit application, cash match resolution, legal compliance, and maintenance and compliance certification. Again, no action, but I do want to make the board aware of this to come either at a special call or at the next board meeting. Any
Thank you.
questions so far concerning that?
Yes, Alderwoman
I
Irving?
think I had in my notes, would there be a match?
I would like the mayor to answer that question.
Yes, and the match will be provided by American Cruise Lines in form of a check to the city of Natchez for $500,000. Our then request of MDOT will be for another $500,000, helping us to provide for a $1 million project at no expense to our taxpayers.
Okay.
All right.
Mr. Mayor,
That's
Yes.
awesome.
isn't this the same plan as previously?
We have been discussing this. This does not involve raising Silver Street, but it improves some aesthetics, some infrastructure improvements, all in the vicinity of Ferry Street, where they are landing now, to make for a better tourism experience when they land, and also a better experience for our visitors who walk to that area and will find a very much improved area and a very much improved and safer tourism experience. Very excited about it. All right, and I want to say, as I said earlier in the special call meeting, we're very grateful to have Commissioner Charles Busby. We had a very good talk last week about this grant, and he was very excited that we are applying. We have not applied for this grant, available through MDOT, since the Commerce Street Improvement Project, and I think we made that application it was awarded in 2022. Is that correct?
I think that's right, yes.
So we are in good standing to get this grant. We're very optimistic. All right, and Charlie Robertson, he's such a friend to Natchez. We're really grateful to him and American Cruise Lines. Next item.
6-month general supply bid, October 1st through March 31st, 27. At the request of Natchez Public Works, staff is requesting a motion to accept the general supply bids for this period for street cut patching, concrete repairs, laydown of hot mix asphalt, street striping, ready-mix concrete, and flowable fill.
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made by Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion? I do want to say, what increases are we expecting?
Say that
What
again.
increases are we expecting?
Do you mean cost increase?
Yes.
I can't answer that, Mayor, until I guess they come in.
Until
Do
they
not
come
know.
in?
Yeah, do not know.
Well, I do want to just say, as we said during our budget meeting a few minutes ago, gas prices are up.
Yep.
It's affecting gas prices for all our departments, including police, fire, and public works, our Natchez Transit. The gas prices are also going to increase the cost of asphalt and other products used in this area of important city work. I would pray that our citizens are grateful that for another year going back 2016, 10 years, we are not passing this along to the taxpayer in form of increased taxes. I just want that stated for the record. We'll see what they are when they come in, but we are doing our best to live within our means. Yes, Alderwoman Hall?
So you're asking us to allow you and Mr. Dollar to accept the bids
To
review
basically to advertise.
and to
we'll-
review.
Yes.
before you bring them to the board for approval.
This is the process we go through to where we get permission to advertise. They'll be received in late September and then brought before the board, to accept.
I would say, I would recommend that the motion say, for a motion to proceed with the bidding process for general supply bids.
Okay.
Because we're not accepting the
Right.
bids.
You're not
tonight.
yet.
Exactly. We're not
Okay,
accepting.
no problem.
All right. Have we received a motion on this?
We have,
did.
and I-
Four and five.
The revised,
Amendment.
okay,
And
we're going kind of fast, I just
Motion.
want to be sure. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Next item,
I
Mr.
did add
Jones.
another item late morning, purchase and install of LED panels at Convention Center. At the Tuesday, August 11th meeting of the mayor and board, staff in concert with Wakehouse Dungan requested a motion to accept the low bid of American LED Wall Company for the purchase, delivery, install, and technical support of 2 LED video walls. The company was notified that they were the low bidder and a PO issued. Shortly thereafter, American LED Wall Company replied that it was their policy to require payment up front, or worst, 50% down and 50% upon delivery. Being a public body and pursuant to state purchase law, the city could not accommodate either upfront payment methods. In addition, the contractor admitted overlooking the following language in the city's request for quote bid. The successful bidder will be issued a PO by the city of Natchez. No payment will be made until after the delivery, install, and inspection of video walls. Staff in council with Wake Up Duncan is requesting a motion to rescind the motion to accept the quote bid of American LED Wall Company and to void PO number 20589 totaling $44,908.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Next
you.
item. All right, thank you, Mr. Johnson. Next, we have Ms. Caitlin McDonald, our city planner. And you know, we never properly announced Ms. Caitlin McDonald as our city planner. Ms. McDonald has 8 years' experience working in the city planner's office. She, under our prior city planner, was deputy city planner. And we are very grateful for her very recent promotion to this position. I don't believe that was ever covered in the media, but the decision was a unanimous decision by this Board of Aldermen. And Ms. McDonald, we are very grateful for the good job you are already doing.
So thank you.
And I hope that the media will catch up on the story soon.
That's fine.
I know they've been busy, a lot of stories to cover.
Oh, yes.
Now you're recognized.
Thank you. Tonight, I have, first thing is to request to advertise a vacant position on the Planning Commission. Commissioner Jonathan Smith recently resigned after moving to Franklin County, so we're requesting permission to advertise for that vacancy.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion?
That's right.
Yes, Alderwoman
Quick question. When
Smith.
did he move to Franklin County? Do you know, Caitlin?
I'm not sure the exact date, but he formally resigned at last week's Planning Commission meeting, last Thursday.
All right, all right. We will proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Next,
The second is a travel request to attend the 2026 Deep South Planning Conference. It's September 29th through October 1st in Auburn, Alabama.
So moved.
motion made by Alderwoman Hall, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion? We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. All right.
Thank you. That's all I
Thank you.
have.
Thank you, Ms. McDonald. Thank you. We now will introduce or recognize Mr. Peralt, Edmund Peralt, our network administrator. Hello, Mr. Peralt. Peralt, you're now recognized.
Evening, Mayor and Board.
Good evening.
I'm coming to you to ask for permission for the mayor to sign a contract, DocuSign Inc. This product will allow our police chief, command staff, detective, and judge to electronically sign documents.
Thank you.
Primary example would be warrants.
So moved.
I would like for the motion to also include, subject to the approval of the contract by our city attorney.
Yes, I'm sorry. Subject.
Okay?
Yes.
And a motion has been made by Alderwoman Irving, and then seconded by, who's second?
Mr. Mayor, let's reverse this. She's the chair of that department.
Alderwoman
so
Smith has made the
I have no
motion,
problem with that.
and seconded by Alderwoman
fine.
Irving.
No
Thank you,
worries.
Alderwoman Irving. Discussion?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, Alderwoman Hall.
Yes, sir. Now, what is the purpose of the DocuSign?
It's to allow electronic signatures of documents.
For,
For an
Okay,
example
command
would be a
stand, what-
warrant. Whenever they have a warrant in the middle of the night, they can call the judge and he can electronically sign it.
okay, thank you.
It will streamline the
So
process.
enhancing
Just for
services.
affidavits and stuff like that.
Yes.
Bond signed. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Alderwoman
You
Hall.
mentioned command staff. What's the purpose of command staff having to DocuSign?
They can sign affidavits and stuff like that.
Chief Best, would you like to come and speak on behalf of this topic?
Affidavits.
This is for the public to understand. Mr.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good evening. This is
evening.
just for for myself or the command staff or criminal investigator, whoever is trying to get an affidavit or other paperwork signed by a judge, instead of going to the judge's house in the middle of the night or, you know, in an emergency situation, having to get a warrant or an affidavit or anything signed. It just makes things more streamlined and convenient instead of getting the judge out of bed in the middle of the night.
And Judge Hunter, is okay with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
This
Thank
is
you.
something that the city has had in the past already and it's just expired. We're just renewing it.
All right, thank you. Any
so
further
enhance
discussion? Well, the question's been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Peralt. Next, we have Ryan Porter, Parks and Recreation Department, presentation that he's about to make to us, and
Good evening, Mayor and
we're
Board.
proud of you,
Good evening.
Mr. Porter. You've worked hard on this.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have my presentation notes. I left them somewhere between the state capitol and here this afternoon. We were fortunate enough to sit in with legislature on the first draft of a Play Safely Mississippi bill that we hope gets passed to protect our youth athletes. So this was prepared for the City of Natchez, Board of Aldermen, and the local chapter of the NAACP. It was prepared by myself, Ryan Porter, Royal Hill, a Parks and Rec professional with over 20 years' experience, Mr. Burt Hughes, and Mr. Dylan Butler. There is a QR code if you want to back up. If you guys want to take a snapshot of this, this QR code will lead you directly to this entire PowerPoint presentation for future reference.
Hold it there a minute so we can get that. Yeah, here we go. This is great.
And if for some reason that doesn't work, just reach out to me and I'll share it with you individually.
All right.
Okay, some language I wanted to clear up. We were asked, NPARD throughout this presentation and the formal report stands for Natchez Parks and Recreation Department. The PCA that we were asked to provide is more structured engineering-based inspection. In the world of parks and recreation, we like to start with an asset inventory, which is basically just a catalog of existing facilities, condition, and projected maintenance costs in the future, and potential upgrades. The Strategic Asset Action Plan is something that we all need to come together and develop. It'll give us basically a roadmap for future development. And you see the categories: critical, high priority, medium priority, low priority. Those are developed, and you'll see them throughout the presentation or on the first half of the slides. Those are, the critical is what we absolutely need. High priority comes from community engagement and consensus. Medium priority are things that we need in the future, in my opinion, and low priorities are the assets that we've already addressed. Check is the scopes, assess the current conditions. We've internally developed a complete asset inventory. We look forward to reaching out to community stakeholders and community members to get their final input so that we can take this from a concept to a formal plan. Focus on the future. We've got to keep in mind that everything has a lifespan and we have to be able to budget accordingly for ongoing maintenance. Potential partnership analysis, obviously the City of Natchez Board of Aldermen in conjunction with the Natchez Parks and Recreation Department and the local chapter of the NAACP. Without their support, I don't think that we can really see any of these projects all the way through. So basically, here's a breakdown of the boundary map of the existing park, 7.24 acres. Potential acquisition tract would add another 10.49 acres. We're really interested in that green space around Robert Lewis Magnet School for access to the baseball field and potentially other tree plantings in the future and other amenities based on feedback from our community engagement meetings. And here is a layout of the current assets. I really want to focus on the far left of the screen. We've spent 2.5 years with the green infrastructure mapping out the city's existing tree canopy, and we need to realize that trees are more than just trees. They're actually assets that need maintenance and management throughout the city. And I ask you, this isn't a rhetorical question. You can answer it however you'd like. When you think of a park, what is the first thing that you think of?
Trees.
Trees and grass
Grass.
and green space. So let's keep that in mind moving forward. This is also a catalog of some before and after pictures of the work that has been performed on each of these. And like I said, this QR code will take you directly to that. Next. This is a database. This was the initial database that we compiled with our existing inventory, and the next slide will be a more detailed version of that. Again, this is a very in-depth document. It's almost impossible to export, but if you want credentials to sign into this and look through it, reach out to me individually, and I'll be happy to provide that. Next slide. Critical infrastructure. This is high priority. What is a park without water, trees, or without trees, grass, and water? It's past time that we look below the ground, because we have a tendency as human beings to see what's above grade, and we want the biggest and the best up there. But without taking care of what's below surface, below grade, none of those even matter. Next. Objective of the scopes. This is going to be consistent throughout each of the assets. I think we're to a point now where we need to focus on the future and really enhance the critical infrastructure. Next slide. This will just give you a condition or an idea of the condition that are pipes in underground. This did not come from North Natchez Park. This was pulled. This is a 32-inch section of pipe that was pulled off of the golf course at Duncan Park. It's a 1-inch galvanized line in similar condition to the 1-inch lines at North Natchez Park. In this 32 or 34-inch section, we've identified 4 holes. The only thing that is keeping leaks from showing is the weight of the ground. And anytime you make a repair in any section of that line, it just moves down, creeps down. Next slide. Okay, so this is the original document that I've retrieved from Waterworks, and the next one will show you my best interpretation of where everything ties in beyond. Okay, so obviously we need water fountains throughout the entire park. We've been, it's been suggested by Waterworks to abandon the original 1-inch line, which is in orange, with 3 service indicators in the past 16 months. So Waterworks has come out and dug up the parking lot and made repairs, but like I said, it creeps down and resurfaces. They've instead allowed us to tap into the 2-inch line that was I guess it was laid in early 2000s when the splash pad was constructed. We can tie off of that and backfeed all of the facilities at the park. Next slide. This would be the bare minimum, in my opinion. Instead of adding 4 water fountains, we could have a centralized unit near the playground that could service all activities at the park. I've reached out to the guys that teach tennis lessons there, the guys that play basketball. They're conditioned to bring a water bottle. So if we have a centralized station, they can take a break from their activity, go to the water bottle fill station, fill their bottle up, and then resume play. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this is the old school way, and I really like the bubbler on the 4x4 or 6x6 post. I did get confirmation, this could potentially be budget prohibitive, option 2. I did get confirmation from Jeff Gamberry at Waterworks. They said that they will help us with the trenching and laying the lines, but we'll have to lean on outside contractors to tie in. And as far as installing the fixtures, we could either get contractors to do that, or we could probably do most of that in-house. With that support, that'll allow us to upgrade from option 1 to option 2. And I feel like that's a standard that we need to set, not just for North Natchez Park, but for the entire park system. Moving forward. Okay, this is just a detailed breakdown of the actual fixture. It's got an ADA compliant basin, it's got a water bottle fill station, and it also has a recessed door that's lockable for a hose bib. So anywhere that we have this particular unit, we can tie in a garden hose and a pressure washer and wash our playground equipment, wash our pavilion picnic tables, do a soft wash on the front of the youth center, so forth and so on. And that's just the detailed schematics. You can fly through those. And I would suggest something like this. It's a little less costly by the restroom facilities. Next slide.
I would make sure that we had guards in place so that an individual couldn't just run over it.
We could add
Protect
some
it.
parking bollards around the
Some
existing.
parking bollards, yes.
The existing slab that's already stubbed out with PEX and drain pipes. Next slide. Okay, so I just wanted to touch on this because green infrastructure is critical in the worlds of parks and recreation. Like I said, we've been working with the green infrastructure for 2.5 years now. We've conducted a community-wide tree canopy condition assessment. We've planted over 201 trees, given over 116, and we can touch on these in the coming slides. But we've identified North Natchez Park as a critical area, and the next slide will show you this. So what we've identified thus far, priority areas, and you see North Natchez Park falls into all of these categories. We've developed a layer on GIS for potential planting areas, and we've also assessed the tree equity score at North Natchez Park. Next slide. And someone mentioned GIS data earlier, and this is how important this is. A lot of this information has already been uploaded to the Adams County GeoPortal. The 2 slides on the left, 2 pictures on the left will show you how to get there. The 2 pictures on the right show you what you can see. This is the existing tree canopy with a surface temperature heat map overlay. So it's proven that adequate tree canopies will reduce surface temperatures moving forward. Next slide. This is kind of our timeline. We started with an Arbor Day planning at McLaurin Elementary. We had an open house at the Visit Natchez Visitor Center. We had a planning session at North Natchez, Natchez High School, and we had a presence at their career day. We also had 3 tree planting days, followed by developing a plan for North Natchez Park. Excuse me. In the past 2.5 years, we've continued that partnership through grant funding. This is no cost to us. With the Green Infrastructure Center, we've planted 201 trees, given away 116 trees at these community events. and we have 25 plus. It's actually 50 earmarked for North Natchez Park, but that all depends on what species we decide to plant and the available space. Excuse me. North Natchez Youth Center assessment. This is going to be a string of before and after pictures, as well as recommendations moving forward. So the conditions of the facility are in top shape. What we're lacking there is programming. So we need to gather input from community members to see how we can realistically add programming without increasing Parks and Recreation's budget. That's going to come with partnerships and volunteers that are willing to provide these services. Next slide. Just before and afters, I believe the picture on the left was submitted by Alderwoman Hall, and the picture on the right was submitted by Misty Booth at the Green Infrastructure Center. She wanted to make sure we got the live oak in the frame. Next picture, next slide. So we remember in 2022, this is what the youth center looked like. And next slide. Interior, next slide. And that's what we have now. So that's a remarkable achievement by the Board of Aldermen, current or past Parks and Recreation professionals here as well. Next slide. We can kind of flow through these. And this is just a recap of everything that I just mentioned, plus a precursor to what's coming. Next slide. Playground assessment. Focus on the future. Even though we invested a lot of money in playground equipment, everything has a lifespan. We're looking 15 to 17 years if it's taken care of properly. I do want to add that we have 2 certified playground inspectors on staff, so we have been documenting and logging our maintenance record, which will help us with future grant funding. So remember what we have now. Next slide. Okay, this was a concern that I had from a citizen about poison ivy. I just wanted to use this to show what poison ivy actually is and what it is not. That has since been remediated, and I do see a scuff on the side of the wall there that can be erased with a magic eraser. Next slide. Restroom assessment. This is a big one. We do have restrooms. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to keep them open 24 hours because we have vandals and a homeless population that likes to move in. And I will show you some of those slides and actions that were taken for both security and ADA compliance. Next slide. So this shows you on the left that we've cut some of the trees back to open some sight lines. We will wait until the fall to cut more of those limbs back. Next slide. This is a picture of what Parks and Recreation sees on a daily basis when we leave bathrooms unlocked and unattended. Next slide. And we have taken some measures recently and added some security cameras in hopes of deterring vandals from coming back. Next slide, the pavilion assessment. This will be really quick. That's just a before and after of what we had, what we have now. Next slide. Splash pad assessment. This is going to be a big ticket item, but I feel like it's needed. Moving forward, next slide. That's the current conditions. You can see it's beyond repair, in my opinion, and I've had several splash pad vendors visit the site, and they've suggested that we start over. That's the inside of the control room. I've heard and people have suggested that the reason that the pump system may have failed is because it overheated in that cinder block building. Newer systems on the next slide are going Instead of a recirculating system, they're going to a flow-through system. That water can be captured and reused, hopefully to partially irrigate our fruit tree garden and other tree plantings, and maybe even to a baseball field. You see the box on the left, the command center, instead of being in a building, everything's all subsurface below grade now, and vandal resistant. Next slide. Tennis, I've only have this, this title slide for tennis because that's its own standalone, and we've already gone through that. We know what needs to happen there, and that is in the works. I did talk to, I have been in contact with USTA. They do offer a 50-50 match, but it is a reimbursable grant, so we have to have that money on the front end and show proof of completion of the project. Now, this is, if there's one thing that we add to North Natchez Park, I believe this is the one. Next slide. So that's the current conditions. You see we have 4 full-size courts and a volleyball court. I do want to point out one area in the bottom right of the screen. That area has sunken over time, so we need a structural survey before we move forward with any other. Let's see, and you can see that let's go back one. You can see the area between between sidelines is non-existent. So if we have several groups out there trying to play on separate courts, it becomes a safety hazard. Next slide. So what I would love to see is one full-size high school court with gooseneck basketball goals on either end, and then half-court goals. So 6 gooseneck goals in total on one basketball court footprint. Next slide. And in a perfect world, this is what it would look like. It would be completely covered with fans and lighting underneath. But any construction of that magnitude would require some serious engineering surveys. Next slide. Baseball assessment, I don't have much on this because, as we know, that belongs to the school district. If we can gain control of that, it needs a serious cleanup. And next slide. Next slide. So basically, the area that is the old press box and concession stand is beyond repair, needs to be completely demolished. And we've been thinking about somewhere to put a potential storage building for both program supplies and maintenance equipment, even if it's just one zero-turn mower, so that my staff can take care of the property in between contract cuts. So next slide. And there we go. That storage upgrade for equipment and programs, it would be nice to have it strategically placed somewhere closer to the youth center so that we can have arts and crafts programs and STEM programming without having to lug everything across the entire park. Security upgrades, we need to focus on lighting moving forward and access controls. There's some pretty cool technology that's relatively inexpensive these days. Everything can work from an app-based, and it's all cellularly controlled. So the action plan and next steps is to move to receive and file the Parks and Recreation Department's initial in-house site analysis report for North Natchez Park, and any discussion you guys want to have on potential next steps.
Do I have a motion? We'll take care of that first.
Taking under advisement.
That's pretty much what it is. To receive and file,
We're taking under advisement.
certainly.
Just-
Take it under advisement.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall to take all of this under advisement. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Alderwoman Irving. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
I did.
Sure.
Well,
Alderwoman Irving.
but since we're taking on advice, I'm not gonna prolong that. It was just about the trees, and I wholeheartedly agree with trees being planted, but we're taking on advisement. I'm not gonna prolong the conversation.
Before we vote on it, I would say next steps, we need to make sure that we present this to the NAACP, and invite their input, because this is something they requested.
Absolutely.
And also determine whether or not we go forward, with an engineer's assessment. I will say this assessment is about the best I've ever seen.
It's great.
It really is.
It's great.
I will say this also, there's a lot to consider here. There are some things that can be done without a lot of money, such as water. We need the water station. But we've got to, in anything we do, consider not only how much does it cost, but how can it be maintained and how can it be safeguarded from vandalism.
Right.
The other thing too is, as we laid out a couple weeks ago, this is part of an overall vision now that incorporates improvements at Duncan Park and very possibly a site that is under consideration for donation to the city. And we just can't get into the details of that yet. I don't want anyone to think this is all happening overnight, because obviously this will take outside money, grant funding, state and federal support. But we have to start somewhere. And we're starting. We haven't voted on the motion yet. Let's just continue some discussion, and then we will. Alderman Frazier?
Let me just say this, it's in my ward. That's a very good plan, as the mayor stated earlier. It's a vision I'd like to see come forward, but it's gonna take a lot of money and a lot of effort to do this. And like I say, it'll be a big boost on the north side of town. But like I said, I'm just gonna have to take that, wait and see look, because like, as the mayor said, there's a lot of money involved in that. A lot of money involved in moving those goals and those courts. But like I say, it is a good plan, and I appreciate you bringing the plan here. It's a much needed plan.
Yes, it is. Alderwoman Hall?
And any plan, we'll have to take it to Archives and History, and that's a landmark.
That's
It's a
right.
Mississippi landmark, that building.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Alderwoman. Yes, we need to make sure that is noted. Any further discussion, Alderwoman Irving?
I would just add, one of the things that I did say, and you didn't mention, but it was there for us to see, was community input. That would involve a lot of community input,
Absolutely.
which is a great
It's
thing.
the only way for it to.
Because it gets the wheels turning, the conversation started, and
Right.
go from there, that's how it
We
happens.
would like to plan a community stakeholder engagement meeting at some point in the near future, just to gather more input so that we can further refine these plans. And this is not necessarily a plan, this is a vision.
Yes.
Yes, Alderwoman Hall has called the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Porter.
Thank you.
Excellent work. I know you've put many hours into this, along with your committee, and please extend our appreciation to the committee as well. A very good committee, very well presented. We now will go to city official reports. Alderwoman Hall, you're recognized.
Yes, I'd like to thank Mr. Dollar and the Public Works Department for the work they have completed on Briarwood. It is a site that you would never know had a major collapse. So I want to thank them and all the work that they did in this brutal heat. With some of the complaints they got from a few residents, the majority of the residents were very grateful for the work that was being done, but there were a couple who continued to complain. I think there may still be a water line mark near the area, and I'm sure that will be removed at some point, but that's up to Mr. Dollar and the Water Works Department when that will happen. And that concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Alderwoman Hall. I'm so glad you mentioned those workers in this brutal heat. We can't thank them enough. Alderman Frazier?
It's gonna be short.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say, I want to say that the state of Tennessee has lost two of its most famous citizen. And one is Grammy Award winner, country western music, Hall of Famer, Dolly Parton. Also, Grammy Award winner, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Benny Lattimore.
Yeah.
We had two of them, and both of those individually, they contribute greatly
Yes.
to this country as musicians and ambassadors for both black and white. They like I say, and I just want to say it. A lot of people say, "Why Dolly?" I honor Dolly. She's contributed.
That's right, that's right.
Right. So we want to honor both of them, Dolly Parton and Benny Lattimore.
Alderman
Thank
Fraser,
you so
Mayor.
much, Alderman.
Yeah.
So,
Now, last.
Alderwoman
Let him
Irving,
finish his report.
we'll be to you in just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last but not
Yes,
least,
Alderman Fraser.
let me say this. We are in the process of doing our budget, and to the citizens of Natchez Adams County, when we have a budget hearing, we want to hear from our citizens. Please come to this budget hearing, voice your complaints, your concerns, or your dislike, whatever. We'd like to hear from you. So if you don't participate in government, then you don't have nothing to say. So please come to these budget hearings when we set them. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you so much, and well said. Alderwoman Smith. All right, thank you. Alderwoman Irving.
Yes. I would like to begin by just adding on to what he said about Dolly Parton. I love the fact that she donate books to youth. And so that's not only that state, but it's all over. Several organizations that I'm a part of use that program, and I'm like, that's wonderful. So she was an advocate for education and educating our youth. And that's truly a great thing, planning for the future. The other thing, I want to thank the Code Enforcement Department, and that's police and code enforcement, for the cleanup of 5 Rembert Street. It is fantastic. So thanks so very much for getting that taken care of. They had a large tree. It was removed on Monday this week, so the area is cleaned. I do have pictures, so I'll share that so it could go up next time, Mr. Lee. So we can share those pictures so you can see the cleanup, but it's great. I also want to ask that we close our meeting, and someone more local, Ms. LaCora Robinson, who has spent 44 years with the Adams County School District. We did that? Okay. Then I
Yes,
will.
we sure did.
Okay. All right. And, well, other than that, that ends my report.
Thank you, Alderman. Yes,
Just real
Alderwoman
quick, we
Smith.
don't have time to go, Hagan, I would like to, he was a veteran and
And
wonderful.
Mr. Atkins, who was our
Yeah.
former,
Yes.
Yeah.
what's that, clerk?
Tax assessor.
Tax assessor,
Oh,
okay.
Yes. and-
Yes.
and Mr. Atkins, too.
Yes.
Okay. All
I didn't
right.
forgot about the
Very,
board. She
very,
just stood out there in my head. Just unbelievable.
very great individuals and citizens. Mr. Atkins, all of his years of service to this county, we truly will miss them. Thank you very much. Mr. Gohagan, a veteran of Vietnam who lost a leg in service and never let it slow him down. Thank you. Thank you. Alderman Davis?
No report, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman. Alderman Maroney?
No report.
All right. Thank you. Madam Clerk?
All right, first request is a request for approval of the 2nd August 2026 claims docket.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Hall and seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion? We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Next item is a request for approval of the 2nd August 2026 mini claims docket.
It's the pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving.
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion? We'll call for the question. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Okay, next item is a request for approval for myself and Ms. Tiffany Howard to attend the annual Springbrook Training and Conference which will be held in Orlando this year, October 25th through the 28th.
So move.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderwoman Hall. Discussion. We'll call for the question. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Thank you.
And actually, I have two more items
Okay.
that were added to my printed report that I sent out.
Yes.
The first is a request for approval of a resolution. This resolution would remove Ms. Charlene Green and Ms. Andrea Ford as the signatories for the municipal court accounts. We have two accounts, the cash bond account and the other regular municipal court account. And to add the mayor, myself, and Ms. Denise Bill as the designated signers and representatives of that account.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith and seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes,
Yes,
Alderwoman
is this
Hall.
on a temporary basis until the other clerks are hired?
Actually,
We have began advertising.
I would like to keep these accounts with the mayor and Ms. Bell and myself as the signers, and for these accounts and these payments, checks, to be handled through the Springbrook system, which they have not been done in the past. I think it's gonna make for cleaner records, keeping those in-house. And so as checks and payments are needed from those accounts, those requests be made to the clerk's office like any other city checking account.
Makes sense.
It does make sense. Can I just
Alderwoman
add to that?
Irving.
I mean, but do we have the staff to take care of that? Because then we do we have ample amount of staff?
Yes, ma'am, that's,
On a regular?
Good question.
yes, we've already discussed that in the clerk's office, and Ms. Bell is in agreement that moving forward, that is the cleanest and best route forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Alderwoman
I
Smith.
commend y'all for taking this opportunity to make things more efficient while we're doing this. It's
Yes.
good.
Thank you. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor? Okay, a roll call. Yes, thank you, Mr. Attorney. This is a resolution. Alderwoman Hall.
Aye.
Alderman Frazier. Alderwoman Smith.
Aye.
Alderwoman Irving.
Aye.
Alderman Davis.
I sleepy.
I second that. Alderman Maroney.
Aye.
The ayes have it, motion carries. Thank you. Next item?
Final item that I have is a request for approval of another resolution. This one would be to open a non-interest bearing checking account for the purpose of holding seized and forfeited funds that are retrieved and received by the police department. And this has come at the request of the police department. State law requires that these funds be held in a non-interest bearing account and only used to help fund for drug seizure activity, and whether it be supplies or whatnot there. So they are asking that we open a separate account.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion has been made by Alderwoman Smith and seconded by Alderman Davis. Yes, Alderman Frazier.
These funds that they're requesting, right, you probably, my thing of it is, shouldn't these funds be going to the general, the city fund where we have, we call it the general fund where all the money come in at? Should,
No, the state requires that these be held in a non-interest bearing account. Our general fund is an interest bearing account, and these funds can only, once they are forfeited and granted for use by the police department, be used for equipment and activities related to,
so, why do you, and I'm not trying to be, why do you need the mayor name on it?
well, but all of the bank accounts have myself, Denise, and the mayor as the signers of the account. This is basically just opening a separate city banking account to hold the seized and forfeited
But we
funds.
never had a separate account. Have we ever had one?
Previously, those funds
We're going
went,
to the general fund.
no. Previously, when the police department confiscates, seizes funds in drug busts and other activities, those funds are turned over to the county.
The sheriff's
And the
department.
sheriff's department holds those funds.
And they
So
release it
they
to
are
us.
just requesting, instead of turning it
Turn it
over to
over.
the county, we have our own account to maintain that.
Okay, okay.
All right. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Roll call,
Wait,
roll call.
Roll call, thank you. I too sleepy. I like that. Alderwoman Hall,
I'm gonna wake you up.
Alderman Frazier,
Aye.
Alderwoman Smith,
Aye.
Alderwoman Irving,
Aye.
Alderman Davis,
Aye.
Alderman Maroney.
Aye.
The ayes have it, motion carries.
And I have one more, just kind of informational. We have someone serving out there in somewhat of an interim municipal court clerk position, and it is my intention to make her the permanent court clerk moving forward and advertising for 2 deputy court clerks out there. Ms. Drake has done a phenomenal job in helping turn around some pretty substantial issues and playing catch-up. I've been out there multiple times assisting. I was actually out there this morning helping enter cases and get caught up. But she has done just a phenomenal job in the last week and a half, turning that office, the direction of that office around. So it is my intention to make that a permanent situation.
All right, thank you. Very good, very good. Mayor's report, I actually have a 50-page report. I will condense it to 40. I'm kidding. All right. I know. Discussion of needs at Washington Street Cemetery. I handed this out to you last week. We do have it in the budget. We have not been cutting as often because of the drought, and we do need to clean up fallen tree, branch, and limbs material. This is an abandoned cemetery. We are doing this under state law, as you know, a resolution we adopted a couple years back. The total is $1,800. The current contractor, David Jenkins, will do this. This is a very, very good quote. If you haven't been out there recently, you would be surprised at just how much tree damage we have been experiencing recently at that historic cemetery. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis,
Me.
by Alderwoman Irving.
Yeah.
Discussion? We'll call for the question.
Well, Mr. Mayor, I'm gonna
Yes,
have to say
Alderwoman
this,
Irving.
because if Ms. Dorothy Sanders was still here with us, that is not an abandoned cemetery.
Well,
I
we
know,
can't
I
legally
know,
take
I
care of
know,
it.
but that was what she would always
Well, we'll
say.
have to reverse that, because, yeah, she,
For funding, I know.
and yet she had no
I know.
funding, no
Yeah,
manpower,
yeah.
and no means, and that
I
still is the
understand,
case.
but, you
But I
know, that
know
was her
Miss Sanders, boy, when
terminology.
she gave you those eyes,
Yes, she did.
you better pay
That's
attention.
not an abandoned, that's why I
love
had to
her.
say it.
She was precious, and we do miss her.
Yeah.
We really do miss her. Well, I will proceed now to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Next, we have an update on commercial air service. I just want to say this, people need to be using our air service. We are so grateful for it. They started at a time when 2 challenges. Number 1, summers are slow here. Number 2, fuel prices have really gone up, making it harder and harder to turn a profit when you're operating a commercial airline. And so, folks, support your city, support our airplane. The other thing is, the reason I'm saying this is I have people every week saying, so-and-so said they didn't know we had an airport. And I'm willing to say, what rock have they been living under? And so we need the public to support this airline. Also, we've had a great meeting just recently with Ted Christensen at SkyWest. He says, we are pleased, we are excited, and the fall is picking up already. They are seeing numbers for the fall bookings that they were hoping for. And so, folks, this is a great thing for Natchez. And if you haven't heard about HEZ, H-E-Z, it's the last 3 letters in Natchez. And all you've got to do is go on Travelocity, and you pick your destination, traveling from H-E-Z to Timbuktu or wherever you want to go, and it's great. And many people are using it. We're so grateful for the staff. We're so grateful for TSA. and for federal support. We are going to be going to our federal partners and state partners, asking for more support for the airport in the near future. And I just wanted to say, we have a great team, a lot to celebrate there. The main reason I put that on my report is I am tired of people saying, didn't know we had an airport. Yeah, we have an airport. We also have some fire stations, a police department. And by the way, we're on the Mississippi River. If you've never seen the river, go down there and check it out. That's a joke. Update on the MRCTI annual meeting. Had a great meeting today, planning for this. I want everyone to have this on their calendars. We will be hosting River City mayors here. They will be arriving. This is their 2026 annual meeting, and they will be arriving here on Tuesday, September the 15th. They will be leaving on Thursday, the 17th. Our opening reception will be that Tuesday evening at Dunleith. That next day, we will have our amazing day of sessions at the Natchez Convention Center. We will also have a closing dinner on the bluff near Rosalie in view of the Mississippi River and the bridges. At that bluff event, we will also have a reenactment of our U.S. colored troops. We will have other presentations, including one that honors the indigenous people and the Natchez Indians and all of those who, and I should say the Natchez tribe, and all of those who have gone before us. It's going to be a great event. Also, very exciting, go ahead and put this on your calendars, at 11 a.m. on that Wednesday, there will be a press conference held, and at that press conference, on Silver Street, at the Ferry Street Landing, we will have the groundbreaking of the new dock for American Cruise Lines. The CEO will be here, Charlie Robertson, and he is wanting to do it here because he wants all the River City mayors in attendance to participate, because he said, we want to celebrate our commitment to tourism on the river, our commitment to Natchez. He said that this dock project will be the first in their company's history to exceed $5 million. It will be the largest dock project ever done by a private company on the Mississippi River. And it just underscores their investment in Natchez. And Alderwoman Irving, I know you're going to just shoot me for saying this, but I got to say something. All those folks who snipe at Natchez so much on Facebook, where's your $5 million? What are you investing in Natchez? Because obviously SkyWest, American Cruise Lines, and many, many businesses, how many ribbon cuttings have we had lately? One just Saturday. Obviously a lot of people love Natchez. Get off the computer and start loving Natchez too. Put up or shut up. And I don't see anybody online right now putting up. All they're doing is criticizing the ones who are. And I'm just calling you out for it because I'm tired of seeing it. And a lot of other people are too. And I applaud the sheriff. Sheriff Travis Patton had a great response in our local newspaper and online just this week about this very thing. Falsely reporting public meetings, falsely reporting public data. The city's had a deficit? No. The city bounced almost $1 million in checks? No. That is an absolute fabrication, and I just have to call people out on it. I'm tired of the liars, and I'm tired of the people who hide behind. You're a coward hiding behind a computer just to get clicks. Get a life. The rest of us have one. It's time for you to get one too. Update on the American Cruise Line stock project. I just provided that. Walmart. I'm just really excited. A lot of good things happening. We've been working hard on this project, as you know, for some time. North of Walmart is gaining traction. The list of parties who are coming there is growing, and as you know, we're approaching a time where we will exercise the option that Horn Development has on that Walmart project. We have been in talks with them and other parties, including attorneys, and we're also very close to approving the easement with Walmart that will allow access to this project through their parking lot. And I'm getting excited about the list of new businesses coming to Natchez. They couldn't find room at Tracetown, so they're now coming to this new site north of Walmart. Go ahead, doubt that too. We'll rub it in your face when we announce it.
We just need some.
All right, we've got to also say this. The state of the city, I think I just gave a little brief one. Don't y'all wish the real one would be that short, but it's not going to be too long. But we're going to have it on the front steps of City Hall, October 1st. It will be held at 5:30 p.m. And this Board of Aldermen has not taken a photograph yet. And so we'll be taking our official photograph at that event on the front steps of City Hall, so make sure you're
I
there.
need to do it before the event.
And
Was it
I'm not
October
going to let
1st?
you get off that easy.
Before
I
the
will promise to keep the, my first day of the city. This has been several years ago. I was actually, my wife commented on the city this morning. She bought it for me for that event. And I held that, we were outside, and I think I held that address to 10 minutes. Not sure, I'll do my best to make 15. How about that? Y'all think I can't do it? I think I
It's
can.
impossible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
That's a good song, but I'm not gonna sing it right now.
I know it. You won't even commit.
Yeah, it's impossible to ask a mayor not to speak. It's just impossible. So, I hope people are enjoying this. And the folks who are so lonely watching us on Facebook because you don't have anything better to do, I hope we've made your night a little brighter. I hope we've made your night a little
Like my
brighter.
wife do me.
What's that? Okay, but I gotta get this out. We also are about to get, the official photograph we took several years ago of the prior board framed and hung in the city council, in the city conference room there at City Hall. And then the one we take at this event will also be framed, and we'll finally get those pictures caught up, okay? Sound good? Sound good? I want to say, Ms. Rhonda Page, it's so good to see you. And I am so grateful for the Boys and Girls Club. I'm sorry we have not been able to allocate the increase you requested, but we are allocating a continuation of our support. And it is so needed in our community. And thank you to you and Mr. Greg West and all who are behind that great program. With that said, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Alderwoman Hall made the motion. Alderman Davis seconded the motion. I need that motion to include that we will close in a moment of silence for these dear individuals who are now so missed in our community. Mr. Atkins and also Mr. Gohagan. With that said, we'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Let us have that moment of silence. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
God bless.